Sunday, March 29th. That is insane. What do you mean April is next week? I genuinely cannot wrap my head around that. I feel like March flew by so fast. Today, I feel like I really just need a good spring reset. I have an inventory count and cleaning at work, so honestly that's kind of getting me in the mindset of cleaning things up, organizing, resetting. So after that, I will definitely be coming back. I need to just clean my apartment, reorganize, get some work done. There's just little things that I need to get done to help make me feel better going into this next week. Also, yesterday was March 28th, and if you're an Ariana stan, you know how big of a deal yesterday was. There's been like little hints that she is going to be releasing her 8th album, which I personally was not believing this when I first heard the rumors. I was like, I don't think so, because she said many times how she thought Eternal Sunshine, you know, maybe she would never make another album again before Eternal Sunshine. Now, like, who knows when she would make another album. So I just kind of got used to not really getting new music from her and her talking about pursuing acting, which I'm like, whatever she does, I'm good with that. I'll support her no matter what she chooses to do. But the fact that new music is possible and tour is literally starting in just over 2 months is insane. I can't even really wrap my head around it. Like, that is crazy. You guys know how much I love Ariana. So excited for tour, and the fact that we possibly could be getting a whole new album before tour, that's just insane. And then Olivia is teasing a new album, and I'm so excited about, like, I'm just like, oh my gosh, things are just looking up. Spring is here, summer is coming. Like, this is the time. Everything is just so good, and I just love it. Yesterday I went thrifting with my friend, and I got a couple things I wanted to show you. The first thing, we went to the thrift store, and she had been there the previous day, and she was like, I saw this skirt and it immediately made me think of you. And it is this midi skirt. It is so beautiful. I love the nice thick material and this little buckle detail on the front. I thought it was so cute. And on the back it has grommets, and I was thinking of putting like a ribbon in there and kind of lacing it through and then having it tie in the back. I just thought this would be so pretty, especially in like this early springtime, but also in like autumn as well, just because the material is nice and thick for those chillier days. But I was just thinking this with like a turtleneck would just look absolutely gorgeous. So next, I was so happy when I found this. I was literally stunned when I found it, and it is this butter yellow midi dress. Look at that yellow shade. Like, that is so perfect. It has like a nice high neck, and then it has more of an open back, and look at this bow. I was literally shocked. I was like, it reminds me so much of the How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days yellow dress, the iconic dress, but it feels more me because it has that bow on the back, and it just fit like a glove. I don't know when I'll wear this, but I just thought it was so gorgeous. Next thing I came across is this vintage like shawl robe. It gives such Victorian vibes, the lace and the cuff, and then on the front it has these really pretty roses on, and then it ties. I'll try it on real quick. It was just so pretty, and I was just like, oh, just putting this on in the morning as I'm getting ready over my pajamas, like, such a dream. It's romanticizing those little things. It's just so cute, and I just love every little detail. I thought it was so pretty. It's in the perfect shade of pink, and I just thought it was so gorgeous. And the last clothing item piece I found is this gorgeous top. It's originally from Old Navy. It's 100% cotton, and I tried it on. I just thought it was so cute, and I loved this like embroidery that's happening on the sleeves. I love the puff sleeves and how they like come in and they tie on there, and it just was really adorable, and so excited to wear it. And it's also in such a pretty baby pink, which I love. And then of course I picked out some books, and I was trying to stop myself because I was like, I can probably read those on Libby for free, but I found them and they had all been on my TBR recently that I've been actually like thinking about reading. So I thought that that was a sign. So I picked out 3 different books. The first book that I came across was A Little Life. I have heard such amazing things about this book. I've also heard it's incredibly devastating and heartbreaking and very depressing. It just sounds like such a good book, and I just heard incredible reviews about the book. I don't really know much about it. I kind of want to go in blind. The next book I came across is Hamnet, which I've actually really been wanting to read this because I've heard amazing things about the new movie that just came out, and I was like, okay, well, I really want to read the book before I watch the movie, and I've also just heard that the book is great. It also just sounds like such a interesting story. And when I was studying abroad in 2023 in London, I did a day trip to the Cotswolds in Oxford, and we stopped in Stratford upon Avon, which is Shakespeare's birthplace. And so I know that, I don't know if the whole book takes place there. Honestly, I don't know a lot about the book and what it's about, so I'm just excited to read it. And the final book I came across is actually a book that more recently came onto my TBR while I was on vacation. I really was looking for a sapphic story that takes place in Europe, especially more of a time period, like a historical fiction, but I couldn't find anything that was available on Libby, and nothing was really calling to me. But this was one of the books that I came across and had added to my TBR, and it is The Safekeep. It says it takes place in rural Dutch province in 1961, and I believe it's about maybe two women that are staying together and just about their relationship and what goes on between them. So I'm very, very excited to read this. That is everything that I thrifted yesterday. Very cool, unique finds. I'm so happy with everything. Very excited about the new books. Anyways, I did a little bit of cleaning in the kitchen, which felt so nice. I like cleaned out my fridge and cleaned just all over, which felt so good. And now I really want to do a bit of cleaning in my room, like vacuuming, wiping down surfaces, organizing some things, like just getting some nice spring cleaning, doing a bit of resetting. I think that'll just make me feel so good going into the rest of this week. I did some cleaning around the apartment, which felt so nice to just get that done, have a fresh, clean space. And now before I head to my bar class, I really want to pick out my outfit for tomorrow because it's going to be so nice outside. I think it's going to be 83. Okay, need to get in the headspace to pick out an outfit. I'm trying to think about what I want to wear. Okay, I think I have an idea. So in the morning, I think I'm gonna wear my flossy dress. I've only wore it a handful of times. It's the dress that's inspired by the Pretty Woman dress in the Pretty Woman movie. And then I think for after my workout class, I'm gonna change into this dress, which is just a really pretty pink dress. I just love all the details. It's so beautiful. And then for shoes, I'll probably go do my Coach Mary Jane's. I feel like that goes really well with both of the outfits. All right, I'm gonna go head to my bar class now, and then after we can make some dinner.
Men don't marry them, but girlhood. 5-letter word to bring together. Hinge.
A 300-count Egyptian cotton cheese. Samantha realized as long as she dated someone young.
Evening angels, I've done my skincare. My hair is in my overnight curlers so I kind of look like Princess Leia. We love. And now I want to do my March reflections. So at the beginning of the year in my Notion page, for each month I created a monthly check-in. You can kind of see there. And inside it basically has different questions and an area for me to kind of recap on what happened in that month. And I actually didn't do my one for February. This happened last year. I did the first couple months and then I fell off and stopped doing it, but I really want to make an effort to actually do it every month. So I have it on my calendar. I didn't do February, but I'm gonna sit here now and do February and March. So let me show you what it looks like. This is the blank one for February. So it has questions like, how are you feeling? Describe this month in a few words. What went well? What felt off or heavy? What adjustments do I need to make for the next month? And then a goal check-in. What have I started? What do I want to start? Am I questioning any goals? And this can refer to my 2026 goals as a whole or my seasonal goals. So February would have been kind of like that winter spring time. So seeing how my goals went there, and then any to-dos that I need to do to reach these goals. And then I also love to keep a log in my journal that just kind of tracks like big moments in my life for that month, and then I also like to put them in here as well. So we just have a section for wins, what I want to remember, and any learning lessons. So I have my journal from January, February, and then March as of last weekend here, and so it's kind of like my winter journal. And now I've started my spring journal just in time for spring starting. So started a fresh new journal. So I'm going to go through here and look kind of back at some of my pages from February and March. Also look back at my recap pages, because in my journals I love to have a little page that just says like February recap, March recap, and just has like little bullets of something that like I really want to remember from that month, big moments in there, and then kind of fill out my monthly recap.